Well, back in the day,
Yeah.
yes, I would disappear, and for good reason. I took 2 years off just to experiment in psychedelics, living at Tim Leary's house in Benedict Canyon.
Which psychedelics?
Oh, dude, they hadn't even invented them. He was getting shit from University of Cal Berkeley that was different structure of molecules on MDA and MDMA. Things that they were trying out on primates, and Tim would try it out on me. And this went on for a couple of years, and he got a bunch of notes from it. And you know who owns the notes? Winona Ryder's dad, Mr. Horowitz.
You've got to be able to get those notes from him.
I have no fucking claim on them. This was a deal that Tim did with Horowitz.
But they could give you a copy of it. I mean, do you want to see the
I
assessment of your
I would
progress?
love to see it, because sometimes some of the shit that I would inject that he gave me was like so intense that I would literally think I'm not coming back from this one kind of thing.
Oh yeah, that was my first DMT. I thought was never coming back.
Right. Well, this was DMT on steroids.
I'm not sure
they
have.
would alter.
I may not have.
No, I don't think you.
I may not have.
But it's a good thing.
Yeah.
But they would alter these molecules and then have them try it instead of on rats and primates. They'd send it to Tim, and then Tim would I was living there, and he would try it on me, and I would inject it. And about 2 days later, everything seemed to be fine. But the only thing I would remember for 2 days is just like Tim looking at me and writing down notes.
Oh yeah.
That would be like my 2 day. Like he would just write down notes. It was like a Tom Wolfe book or something.
So you were injecting LSD and all those chemicals directly into. So it came on immediately.
In front of Tim, and then we would do that for. Sometimes I would come down maybe 2 days later.
Yeah, I've only injected ketamine mixed with speed, which
some of the shit was basically the same molecular structure as that sent from UCal Davis to Tim directly, and also from Sandholz Corporation in Switzerland. And then I would he would just go, "You want to do this?" And I'd be like, "Well, I got nothing else to do," because I wanted to take a couple years off from ministry, and I just decided to do instead of going to an Amazonian jungle and doing the ayahuasca ceremony,
I don't want to do that either.
I thought I'd go to the Beverly Hills jungle and just do the same thing.
Al, I'm just like you. Everybody's like, "You got to do this ayahuasca circle in Peru," and I'm like,
and it's great.
Yeah, is there one that has a hospital 5 minutes away?
Is there one where there's bugs that aren't crawling on you?
There.
Right. Yeah.
But so was there a reason for that? Because it sounds like Timothy Leary wanted to experiment with these chemicals. He was working with primates. He was working with rats, and he wasn't getting those animals can't communicate their experiences.
Exactly.
So,
and that's why they needed to find.
So they got a team.
Like me.
They got a team of doctors. Yes. What are we going to do here? What are we going to do? Who are we going to administer this to? Who would take this?
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
Al Jorgensen. He'll take anything.
That's pretty much it. I was like the Mikey on the Life commercial.
Let's have him inject that LSD and then fuck with those 2 hairs on his nose.
Put him back. We'll put him back. We'll reinsert him.
Because then I wouldn't do it again. So they tried to make my experience as pleasant as possible.
Yeah.
But it was pretty intense. I remember shooting up some shit in his kitchen one time, and the entire ceiling gave way to a starry night, and I was in the woods.
I really wish I had that experience.
A physical hallucination, which I'd never had. You always hear about, you do LSD and you hallucinate. No. You see tracers and you think differently, but not like literally where you're transported.
I'm a big hallucinator.
Right.
I react massively.
Cool.
So I have incredible visions, incredible leaving my body, going some typically MDMA combined with mushroom, or definitely with DMT. It's from the toad, not the plant based. The DMT that comes from the ayahuasca.
Are you telling me you're a fucking toad licker?
No, that's a different thing.
Yeah, it is. It's totally a waste of time.
Yeah,
don't do it. I've done it. It doesn't work.
The real high octane DMT, which is found. Okay, it's found in ayahuasca, but the molecules of DMT, the high contrast of it, the high compound of it, is in this toad in the Sonoran Desert. the Sonoran desert toad. Yeah. It's got these glands.
I watch Hamilton, man. I know shit.
Oh, so you watch the pharmacology?
No, I know everyone by heart.
Yeah, he's the best. And that's one where he just went out and was like, love, love, love. I did not have the love experience.
That's good. I hope to be on a Hamilton thing someday and explain to him exactly what Tim did, the circumstances and the paradigms that he set up for me to inject this shit, and the observation process that went on, because it was crazy. Sometimes Tim would have me shoot up in a very sterile atmosphere. Sometimes he'd do it in literally some kind of Roman orgy party.
Yeah, and you'd have to use toilet water.
I'd be on some minuscule deviation of the DMT molecule injected immediately, and have people literally in togas and kind of do this weird kind of set design in his living room to make the experience more like ancient Rome or something.
Yeah.
I mean, this was bizarre shit. And I took 2.5 years off ministry to just go be a guinea pig.